Hello again. I hope you all doing well. I'm glad to be here with you today. Um, Before we start, let me introduce myself. So my name is Jean-Emmanuel. I'm a service no consultant, certified technical architect, and I've been working as a service no consultant for 8 years now. And outside my consulting work, I build open source service no applications. Today, we're going to talk about one of them, the duplicate detector application. So let's start. What is the problem you are trying to solve? If you are a developer or ServiceNow administrator, you are probably familiar with this script. And this is this kind of script we execute when we want to find duplicates in a ServiceNow platform. But what is wrong with this approach? What are limitations of this approach? The problem is that um, I think that it is not really repeatable. Why? Because it depends on the table. If you have another needs to find duplicates on another table, you need to update the script. And the second limitation is that it is not self-service because you always need a developer to write the script, update the script, test it, and deploy it. So, what this solution address is self-service application where anyone can find duplicates on any table. Without further ado, let's let me show you how it works. I'm going to share my screen now. Share screen entire. I hope that you can see my screen. This is my PDI. Now I'm going to open the service operation workspace. Okay. You can open any list. Perfect. So this was on any list. So when we open list, you can see the show duplicates button here. Don't worry about the double duplicate button. It's because I think that I installed two different versions of the application. Anyways, so let's click right there. And we are redirected on the duplicate detector page where we can select a field that should be unique to find the duplicate records. For the first example, like let's type last name, for example, and run. Great. It's not a real duplicate identification test, as last name is not supposed to be unique, but we can see that it works. We can see every users that share the same last name. Okay. The most interesting part is that we can use combination of fields. This is kind of the coalesce feature on a transform map. For example, if I tap first name and email, we can see the list updated with all users that share the same last name, first name, and email. So the same flow works identically on any table, and most of the time it is relevant on foundation tables like products, company, department, and so on. Now, let's see how it works under the hood. I will keep the sharing. I will keep the sharing. First of all, we have the button, okay, the show duplicate button. This is a declarative action. Let me show you on the instance. Declarative action, list actions. Tag. We have the show duplicates button here. What happens when I click? So as you can see, this button is configured to appear on any table, and it refers to a UI interaction. Okay. If you don't know UI interaction, it doesn't matter. UI interaction is a new feature introduced by ServiceNow in Australia release, and it makes configuring, for example, declarative actions with a no-code approach. Let's see how it works. Let me open UI Builder. Duplicate detector experience. No. Here, UI interactions. And
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt your session there, Gene. It's Chase. People are you trying to share your PDI right now?
yeah, you don't see my PGI?
Nope, we just see your slide.
Oh, sorry. Let
It's
me.
okay.
I'm
You just
sorry.
gotta if you click on the present anything and you tell it to present your screen, you can just present your screen if you'd like, or you can change that to your instance. So if you click on share screen, you should be able to add it there.
I tried to share my screen again.
Oh, I went to the wrong spot there. I see. Uh, make this wider. Here, I'll bring it to the screen for you there. There you go. Now you just got to go to the right tab.
Oh, I'm sorry for the issue.
It's okay. I just want to make sure that people are getting everything they want to get out of it. Sorry about that, attendees. He's on track now. Thank you, Jean.
So thank you, Jace. Let me share you again the demo. I'm on the user table right now, and as you can see, we have the show duplicates button here. And when I click on show duplicates, I'm redirected on the duplicate detector page where I can configure the field that should be unique. And the first example I just try was last name. And as you can see, we have all users that share the last name with another one. Okay. And the second example I try is a combination of fields like the callis feature you have in transform map. And if I tap last name, email, first name, now the list is filtered to show all users that share the same last name, first name, and email. Okay, and the next part is the architecture of this application. Okay, so here on this slide, you can see the architecture of this application. First of all, we have a declarative action. The declarative action is the button, the show duplicate button, and it is configured here. And as you can see, it is configured to appear on any table, global table. The second important thing on the declarative action is how this button is implemented. This button is implemented as a UI interaction. And what I was saying is that UI interaction is a new feature introduced by ServiceNow on Australia release, and it allows declarative action configuration with a no-code approach. Now let me show you how I configured the UI interaction on UI Builder. Here is the UI interaction, and as you can see, it looks like a flow or a play. a process. And here we have the list. And from the list, we retrieve the context, specifically the name of the table. And here we use this input to redirect the user on the right page with the right parameter. Okay. Um, After the UI interaction, we have the workspace. So the UI builder page. This one can be configured here on UI builder. Sorry. So you have a single page on our experience. Let me add some test value, for example, sys user table. Okay, it's loading. Perfect. And as you can see, this is the duplicate detector page we just seen. The most important thing on this configuration is the data broker. What is the data broker? Here is the data broker, and the purpose of the data broker is to make the connection between our workspace page and our server-side logic. In our example, this is a script include. So we use the data broker as a connection between the user interface and the server-side logic. Okay. So here's the big picture of the architecture of our applications. And now let's see how do you get this onto your own instance. So for this application, we have two ways to install. We have the first way, which is the classic way with XML or update set. You can also retrieve it through source control. And the second one is to install it with ServiceNow SDK. So the code source of this application have been published on GitHub. Here is the version of the XML version, and here is the free version for those who prefer to install it through SDK. I think we covered everything. Feel free to test it, play with it, and tell me if you find some improvement, issues, and PR are welcome. Thank you for your attention.